ahead and hit that button for future solutions now. Any clips, news, names, or information used in this video is for fair use commenting, criticism, educational, and fair use purposes. Viewer discretion is advised. The statements or comments in this video are alleged, and all accused offenders are innocent until proven guilty. Now let the scrutiny begin, and enjoy. Child Care Criminals and Despicable Daycares, Episode 3.2. Today we are giving you an update on Alexander Tredway from Bright Beginnings of Jefferson, from Jefferson, Georgia. This is a reminder of what the disgusting, sodomizing predator Alexander Tredway looks like. Ugh. Good thing he is going to be off of the streets for at least 30 years.
Their suffering doesn't stop when this case is closed. My girls will carry this trauma forever.
New tonight, a former Georgia preschool teacher who molested multiple children is sentenced to life in prison. 11
Alive investigator Kristen Crowley spent hours in court earlier today listening to the victims impacted and has this update for us tonight.
Just hours ago, 18-year-old Alex Tredway pleaded guilty to all charges against him, including sodomy and child molestation. Tredway worked at Bright Beginnings in Jefferson, just northwest of Athens, where he's charged with sexually abusing 5 children, ranging in ages 4 to 7. He started working at the preschool last year. Police arrested him earlier this year after 2 parents came forward with accusations their children were being abused. Those parents gave impact statements in court detailing the agony their family endured because of this abuse.
There is absolutely nothing that we could do to restore the innocence of our sweet child, knowing that her purity has been tainted because he couldn't suppress the innate evil in his mind and in his heart.
My girls question why their bodies do not feel the same, why certain things happen to them now, and why it hurts to go to the bathroom.
Tredway says he is sorry and asked the judge for mercy. He says he pleaded guilty to take responsibility for what he did. But the judge called Tredway a wolf let loose in the daycare. He must serve at least 30 years in prison before he's eligible for parole.
It is Melanie with Around the Way, and I'm coming to you with an update on our sodomizing predator pervert, Mr. Alexander Tredway. He has been sentenced to 30 years before he can get parole. So technically he's supposed to have life, but he's eligible for parole after 30 years. Me personally, I don't think that's long enough because he's only 18 years old. That means he's going to get out at 48 years old. To me, 48 is still extremely young. That gives someone another 40 years to prey on children, if not longer. I definitely feel as if his parole should not be granted within 30 years because all he's going to do is get out and probably be touching on other people's children. So just to keep children safe, I think he definitely should serve more than 30 years. He probably needs to just be in there for life because, you know, when someone's mind is like that and they're preying on children, it doesn't change overnight. It doesn't change in years. That's just who they are on the inside. And it's really nothing you could do about that other than taking him away from children altogether. Then he had the nerve to ask for leniency from the judge, saying that he took responsibility for his actions by pleading guilty. No. You pled guilty probably so you can get a plea deal. That's how you probably got those 30 years because the evidence was piled up against you anyway. That's not taking responsibility for your actions. That is you stepping up and saying something so you can get the least amount of time possible. Had you not pled guilty, you probably wouldn't have gotten a plea deal and you would probably be in there for the rest of your life with no chance of parole. So no, you don't get a thumbs up for pleading guilty or taking responsibility for your actions simply because the evidence was there anyway, and you taking responsibility for your actions would have been you telling on yourself or calling the cops on yourself, not someone calling the cops on you. Silly. Now, I wonder where Miss Paula is and where the director is. Still have never found out who that is or where she is, to take responsibility for not reporting to CPS and the police and child care licensing. She's just missing altogether. I guess she didn't want to be involved at all. But where is Miss Paula? I still feel like her and that director still owe those parents a certain level of responsibility for their actions as far as not reporting in a timely manner, A, to the police, and B, to those parents. The way it was handled and how some people had to find out on Facebook is just really repulsive. It's disgusting. Gross. It's like what Miss Paula did is completely unforgettable and completely unforgettable. You know, that is very traumatizing what everyone went through with that particular situation. And she just didn't handle it good. I wouldn't trust my child in any center that she owns, ever, 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 ever. Now, I am completely ecstatic that Alex Tredway is off of the streets for at least another 30 years. What I do hope is those parents and those children, when they become grown in 30 years, that they do appear at those parole hearings to prevent him from getting out on the street to be a predator to other children. Once again, my opinion is 48 is extremely young. I think that you'll still have a lot of energy to prey on. He will have a lot of energy to prey on other people's children, and we definitely want to avoid that. It's been my pleasure to bring this story to you. Thank you for joining me, and look out for the next story coming soon. This is Melanie with Around the Way Training Consultants, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day.
Created using Powtoon.